When working on motorized vehicles, sooner or later you're going to need to transfer fluids. It could be like this eight-wheeler that we're recommissioning after being in storage for a while. We're going to need to actually drain the old fuel out of the fuel tank. Today's modern E85 and modern fuels just don't seem to last that long. They have a tendency to go bad, and this thing's been sitting for a couple of years. Even though it's had stabilizer, we're going to pull the fuel out of the tank and start fresh. There's a couple of different ways of getting fluids out. There's siphon hoses out there, and this is made by the original Safety Siphon, and a link will be down below. And what there is there's a glass ball in here, and you shake it and it starts to prime, and you can actually do the gravity. You can actually siphon fluids out. These work really good if you have a gas tank. You went down to your hot rod shop and got 5 gallons of 100 octane fuel, and you need to put it into your vehicle, and you don't want to take a 5-gallon can and basically jeopardize the finish on your car or something, where you could just elevate the 5-gallon can, use one of these and transfer the material from the gas can to the to your car. Trying to actually drain a gas tank with these is kind of tough, because a lot of fuel tanks have baffles, or you're really not getting all the fuel. You probably could get like 90% of it, but you can't get all of it. Whereas you can start using things like this. This is a Mighty-Vac fluid extractor, and a link to this is below. And these are a phenomenal tool. What it is it's a heavy-duty barrel with a double O-ring seal, and it actually, you can use it to transfer fluids. Like if you wanted to drain the oil out of your car, you could put a long tube into this, pull it out, and then just drain it. It's great for boats and things like that, where you can't get down into the sump to actually remove the oil. We're going to use this tool onto this eight-wheeler, because what there is a fuel line at the bottom of the tank. We're going to pick up that fuel line. I'm going to put this into the inner diameter of the fuel line and use this to start the siphon pump, and then we'll actually be able to drain the tank in its entirety. So follow along and we'll show you how both of these tools are used. Okay, so we're going to use this tool to basically start a siphon gravity flow from this eight-wheeler. We have the hose disconnected from the engine, but it's still hooked to the bottom of the fuel tank, and that's great, because then that way we'll be able to get all the fuel out. And we're just going to basically insert this into the 5/16 ID fuel line. It just so makes it that this line fits inside of there. Now, if you had a bigger or a smaller fuel line, you'd have to use some sort of barb fittings to actually, to get those size to fit and do what you need to do. But all we're going to do is just pull on this and effectively start the gravity flow, and then just go into the bucket here. So here we go. And that's it, simple and effective. And there's still some fuel in here, and we'll just spray it into here, into the tank. And but these are fantastic. This is still made by the Mighty-Vac company that makes the hand vacuum squeeze tools that pretty much every mechanic has. These are about $30, and they're absolutely amazing. They work great, and I highly recommend it. They pull apart easy for cleaning. The only maintenance is every once in a while, just put a little bit of Teflon type of grease inside of here, just to keep the seal soft, and that's it. So while this is draining, we'll actually demonstrate the the other tool that we have, these safety siphones. And they come in various sizes. This is a larger one, and this is a smaller one. You know, of course, the larger the tube, the quicker the flow, the more the flow, so the quicker you'll actually drain what you're trying to do. I actually have a larger one than this that actually is used to drain swimming pools or whatever. But all you do is there's a spring-loaded glass ball in here, and you shake it. You can hear it here. You can hear it rattling around in there. And what that does is that just starts, you know, the flow into the tube. So instead of sucking on the end of a tube or whatever, this basically starts your prime for a gravity flow. And then, like I said, this works great for transferring fluids. You just put it in your bucket and shake, and there you go. You know, you start your gravity flow, and then it'll just keep going until you're all done. So again, these work really well also. So, you know, the issue is you definitely need to have an access area where you can actually siphon and go from there. So with these two types of tools, you pretty much can do anything you need to do. So thanks for watching. Hope this helps. Any questions, please add them in the comments below.